Alrighty, let's go. Gonna look at Ultron again. I am really curious about how this interaction works out.
Yeah.
I do like Ultron. He jumps around. I mean, he's just Dragon Gundam, but he's good, is my feeling about it. Like, he just jumps around. He forces you to interact. I mean, he's a little bit like Epyon in many regards, but like...
Yeah, and we've got Steve.
2.5k.
Yeah, with the Ultron here we're watching now. Some people call him pure, some people call him based, but here he is with the Ultron.
25 damage, not a great conversion, but... Ooh. This is no good.
Okay, knockdown.
Oh man. I'm surprised they did 80 all on its own. Ooh, wow.
Oh. Okay, knockdown on the Epyon.
What's going on in this match? Like, this is so, like, violent, these guys.
Ooh,
like, these guys are getting violent with each other, you know?
Yeah. Fiending for the kills, fighting burst coming through, zero system activation as well.
That is what I would say is the good call in this situation. The system,
Yeah.
Ooh, gets the hit.
Gushin Rebay gotta get the connection.
Fortunate, I don't know what that main didn't connect. He's gonna get the perfect half though, which is pretty nice, all things considered. Unless he doesn't use it. Oh my god, Steve, come on.
Yeah. Okay, Epyon getting pretty low. Still not down though. They need to find a kill ASAP. Yeah, they do it.
Steve at 144 is like, this is really bad. Like, because he hasn't used, he's running aggressive burst, but he hasn't used it, and like now he has to use it for a flip, so he's gonna like, this is not good in this situation. Especially because it's Gushin. Like,
Oh, what's going on there?
This is awful, actually. Yeah. This is like awful. Like, they lose. Like, I think there's no way they can win. Like, actually, because like at this point, Ultron has no burst. Epyon will get another burst. Like, it's over. Like, at this point, like, if Gushin and Epyon just run an Ultron, there's actually nothing they can do to win. Like, they're like, they've lost so hard.
Oh no, yeah.
It's bad. Yeah, no, it's over. Like, at that point, you lose on resources. If you come in overcosted on 2.5k and Epyon has burst and you do not, you've already lost. Like, it's just a matter of resources. It's just a matter of macro play. Pretty unfortunate. It is what it is. That is one of the really hard things about playing 2.5k with an aggressive burst, is you really only have one chance to use it, and if you do not use it, then you might have lost the match based on that. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Not easy at all. So we'll see how the adaptation fares for this next match. We are setting it right away.
I wonder if there's gonna be a suit change.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. So like,
it's funny though, because Steve plays Cublé, Hambrabi, and Ultron, and I don't think Cublé is good in Epyon, just straight up. Like, so I wonder if he's just gonna stick to Ultron. They got F2. Kind of troubling.
Yeah.
You want to look at Very Glory Brain?
Sorry, which one you said? Oh yeah, Gushin Rebake, right? Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say as well. We haven't seen that, I think.
Yeah, nice. Same mine. New type connection. I think I like the suit, but he's kind of like Montero, but not as good. Kind of, you know. Well, actually that's not true. He's Montero, but he's better. But like his cost range is not as good for the role that he plays, which is that he kind of like hovers around. He does that. He mostly is a function that does spread shot, and if you get too close to him, he hits you with scissors. Epyon is at 120 HP. Like, what's going on right now?
Yeah,
something strange is happening. Oh, but he had everyone in his burst, so like he made up for like whatever happened, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, but okay. Yeah, made it work.
Epyon is 120 HP instantly, but it doesn't really matter because like his burst was really good, so like everything changed in that moment.
Yeah, and getting the Ultron first is key now.
This match is flop. Holy crap! Like the people are just like hitting each other right now, man.
Yeah.
Lovely's playing really well though. He's kind of just hovering like around, and he's just going in when his partner bursts, and he's just shooting spread shot. I mean, I would say that Gushin Rebake is a very, very kind of non-modular character. Like he just kind of provides this function, which is really nice actually in a game like this, because I think that like oftentimes being overly gimmicky is like kind of not great. It's the half. I wonder if he's going to get a burst off this. It doesn't really matter, I think, in this kind of match.
Yeah. So Breaker Prime has been doing Breaker Prime has been a pretty good job of staying alive, but just as I mentioned, it goes down, has the cost over now. Either suit is win condition, Ultron pretty low. So
I wonder if there's a way they can burst. Well, because this situation is pretty ugly. I mean, does he have some burst? I'm sure. If DX has burst, that might be. DX is a full, so actually this could be big. Yeah, DX having a full is like really a big deal actually. He's trying to
follow suit.
him.
Oh, but got caught in the air.
But Steve dies. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. I think if Steve had lived, they actually might have been able to win that because like DX with full burst is like something that. Because I think even if Epyon has burst, like it's pretty difficult for you to get away from DX. Especially with the kind of low boost that Epyon has. I guess that is another problem with Epyon, which is that like because his boost is relatively low, it's kind of difficult for him to get away from his opponent bursting without bursting himself. Or he or because like primarily the way Epyon challenges a burst is he just like fights you in it, which is not usually a good idea, I think. Like to fight people in burst in general, but that's the nature of the character, I suppose.
That's right. One last chance for Steve and Breaker Prime to make the dream happen. We see a change in suits. The Buster and the Crossbow next one.
Buster.
Yeah.
Buster Gundam. Okay.
Yeah. Buster Gundam. I think was the pick, right?
Buster Gundam is a thing. Yeah, I'd say Buster because we'll get a better look at like the match that way because he'll be a little further away.
Yeah. Distant gameplay, trying to shoot out those long Garovis from the distance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more like Buster into Epyon is brave. Actually, I'll say. Actually, why is he going Dynamez? That might have been a good pick, actually, Dynamez. Yeah. But that guy does have a Dynamez.
I think the biggest point of concern, Andrew, let me know what you think, is the cost dynamic here, right? 2.5k and 1.5 really like mixes up like how they're thinking of the death order.
Kind of. I think the main thing is that that's actually really advantageous against Epyon. Because like a big thing about Epyon, like I said, is that he kind of is very rule breaking as a character because his intent is kind of to trade, whereas usually trading in this game is like really bad. He's gonna super.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what the? That's pretty shocking. Usually the intent is to super and stuff, but like, or the intent is to trade or not trade. But Epyon, because his damage is high and his burst is really high value, he tends to be the one trading up. So if you kind of flip the cost dynamic on him, it can suddenly become very scary for him to trade or do anything. Like we saw that. Oh no, he confirmed. That's really unfortunate. We saw that earlier with Zuda even, where when Epyon is suddenly in a position where his trading is not advantageous, he gets run away.
Yeah,
I think Steve's very close right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this is good. PureSteve can still die once. Gonna come back with a third.
Yeah, but I'm not really like. This is pretty unfortunate. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I don't really know what their plan is right now. Like, I guess they're just trying to survive, but like, yeah, I don't know about Buster into Epyon in general because like the thing about Buster is he tends to pivot a lot left and right, but like Epyon like just has a whip, right? So like.
Yeah, Epyon's going close to halfway health. That may be a potential win condition, especially with that knockdown there. Great defense here on the Buster.
But he's got burst though. Like Epyon has burst in this situation, so I'm gonna say I'm fairly unoptimistic because Buster is a 1.5k without burst, and Epyon has burst, as we were seeing right now. And zero
goes
system,
through,
right? So
yes, and chasing after the X1. Yeah, that was a win condition.
If you have no burst and Epyon has burst, and you are on game hit, you lose because there's nothing you're going to be able to do about zero system. Like, he's going to get his interaction. The trade-off is that if he has to cash that out normally, that's not a great trade for him. But in that situation, because when he hits you, you will lose, it's as advantageous of a trade as you can get, right? Because he wins and you lose. Anyways, that's a clean 3-0, right?
Yeah, that's a quick 3-0 and a handshake. That's the first one to go down in losers quarters. So Steve and Breaker Prime will go home 5th place. But a fat prize pool we've got on the way. So they have each match is a money match basically, right? So the more you win, the more money you get. Going 5th place, still decent. So thank you guys for being here. Shout out to Based Steve.
Based Steve. Happy Persian New Year, Steve.